The Fortnite Doom collab is here. Some things look awesome, some things don't, and the community, well, it's a little dicey. Let's talk about that. So the first thing I have to show is the emotes. So we come down here and check this out. Look at that. Isn't that Doom guy right there? And you scroll down, there's another one. I think, is this glitter? Okay, I'm not going to try to get copyright struck on that. So, okay, this is not Doom guy. These emotes, this was the biggest fear of a lot of the community. And like I said, a lot of people don't like this update. Some do. We'll talk about that. But it would suck so much to just have Doom guy's image ruined, right? Well, tell you what, he was doing this stuff all the way back in 2016 before Fortnite. Look at that. So many emotes. And I'll tell you what, if you go back here and you play the music from this one and you put it onto the video here, watch this. It fits. It really fits. Okay, first of all, okay, it's going to keep playing until I stop it. I'm not a big fan of it. And, you know, hey, I'm not the target audience, right? I'm in my 30s, and I'm just not the kind of person that they're trying to reach out to. There are people that are. Great, that works for them. Just doesn't really work for me, like, at all, but that's okay. Doom 2016 did it first. I don't think it's going to, like, ruin his legacy or anything. It's just a skin in another game. It doesn't impact, like, the canon and the lore and all the main stuff in the main games, but it is going to bring new people and kids to the game, so we'll talk about that here in just a second. But it actually looks really cool from the in-game shots that you see on the trailer here. Check this stuff out, especially as the game is about to have its birthday on December 10th. Look at that announcement timing. Game's about to have its birthday. Fortnite comes out with the announcement. It's pretty interesting little conclusion there. I'm not going to play the sound because copyright, but look, he does a fist bump even. He even does a fist bump. Jumps in, guns blazing. I actually aim down sights. This is new for Doom. And the bazooka, aka rocket launcher. I mean, things look nice. Now, it's a little bit sketchy for me as far as like the music choices and that kind of thing. And again, I'm not the target audience here. Naturally, they're going to be things that I'm not really a fan of when it comes to it. It's not as big of a deal as some people are making. I mean, if you look here, they have a bunch of new additions. When we check Neon Slice here, you can see all the different things and the different armors that are going to be in the game, which is pretty cool. The pickaxe is now the Crucible, which is nice, and you got all, like, even the Phobos armor, even Ember armor that might be coming later. A lot of cool things to be seen here, and they really seem like they had some care in making this and really trying to deliver on who and what the Doomslayer is, maybe minus the emotes, sure. But, you know, we can keep taking a look. We got to look at the fist bump, too. Look at that. Thank you for being accurate to Doom lore. And of course, he flies in with the Lost Souls here, and the glider's the Kaku Demon, which is really interesting. He's got the Mark of the Slayer on his back, which, hey, look at that. You can't go wrong with this, can you? It's so cute. Of course, it had to be the Kaku, right? Now, we look here at the loading screen art, which is really nice. And like I said, there's some really good things about this, and we're about to talk about what the community thinks. I've had some comments that, you know, people are actually talking about, including Master Chief and Doomslayer finally meeting. That is pretty nice. It's a really way to bring them together. I think so. Of course, we had a call out in the Discord here. We have to talk about this. This intro right here, it's supposed to be cracking his knuckles, but it reminded him of that. Pretty funny. Let's take a look at what the community is saying here about this. I just hope they don't put him in any cringy cutscenes by Jacob. I don't know, maybe got that. So I don't think they're going to do that necessarily. But even if they did, I mean, it's just a fan thing. Well, not a fan thing. It's a epic thing, and it's not really that big of a deal. AD Victoria Adams says, I don't play Fortnite, but that seems really cool. Now if only Ed Boon would put Doom Guy in Mortal Kombat. And that would fit in, actually, since, well, glory kills. All I have to say about that. Swear to goodness if he's a Battle Pass skin, I just want to buy it and be over with it. Now all these are coming from a post that I made yesterday asking what you thought about this. And it's interesting to see what the community will say, like, now, beforehand, and afterward. Some people may not be convinced. We'll get to that. Some of these are good comments that you all left, for sure. But, yeah, spoiler alert, he is a Battle Pass skin. Dementia Sweet says, really stepping over any beloved characters they can. I've dreaded this. Now, that's just the thing here. It doesn't impact Doom and the lore and the canon of the game itself. He's just a guest star, and they are tweaking him as a guest star to be in their game. And I get that. They're not going to have it one-to-one, and the things that they did do seems pretty good, accurate to the Slayer. I mean, you look at the Crucible for the pickaxe, you have the Kaku Demon glider. It's pretty neat. Too many effing crossovers. Doom doesn't get close to Fortnite. They would seriously have to nerf the Doomslayer, as if crossing over with Dragon Ball or Marvel was any less ridiculous. The idea here isn't to say we're taking the Slayer's canon power, putting him into Fortnite. It's saying, hey, he's a skin because he's a big IP from another studio. That's what Fortnite does. They get big things from everywhere and collaborated and whatever into one game, and that's how they bring a bunch of people in. Now, some folks are saying that this would ruin the game. We'll get to those comments here in just a second. Fortnite needs to stop using other characters and just stick to their own characters. That's my take. Money talks. They would not be doing what they are doing if it didn't pay up. Now, there is some interesting discussion about how if you go into Twitter, you're bound to see a comment that says, well, okay, you're going to get paid for this, but you're not paying Mick Gordon. Naturally, that comes up there. That is a soft spot. Of course, with all the stuff that happened recently, I've made a few videos on that topic, so I'm not going to go in any more on that one. So Godot says, I consider the Fortnite skins to be cosplayers, not actual characters. And that's the way you look at it. It is a skin. They're not actually trying to take the Doomslayer and all of his canon and lore and put it into the game. They're just using the IP from another studio. They paid to get a deal going, and they are just bringing him to the game, exposing him to a new audience, which, like I said, is a big problem for some people, for sure. We'll take a look into that. Ronxy says, he better not be a Battle Pass skin. I really don't want to grind Fortnite. I mean, that's the thing. They are going to want you to play at least a little bit. They bring these characters in to attract new people from those series that are into those types of characters, and they put them as the skin and say, hey, if you want to earn this, you need to play the game and get to that point, or pay money to get further in and to get that skin that you really want to play from the character that you love. It is the money behind it all. This isn't how I expected Master Chief and Doomslayer to meet, but at this point I'll take what I can get from Isaac Wang. What about Doom Guy and Kratos? So a lot of these characters are meeting, and it is interesting because, like I just talked about, it's the money side of things. Well, it's more than just a singular character that you're interested in. It's how they interact with these other characters. And case in point here, Doom Guy, Master Chief, they've always needed to meet. This is the time. They are both now owned by Microsoft. Maybe there's a chance. And then Fortnite steps in and gives that opportunity and makes it possible in their universe. So now, not only do you have Doom Guy fans interested, you don't only have Master Chief, Halo fans interested, you have them both coming together to meet this other entity that they have always wanted to meet, and now they finally get the chance. Rolling in the bucks here. Smart move on the business side. Next up, congratulations, Doom is now for kids, F&A, from Jake Henry Gaming. Now, here's the thing about it. The Doom community, especially since 2016 and Eternal, already started to draw in new players that weren't around for the classics, who are naturally under 17, the mature rating. That's always been a thing in the community, and doing this, sure, it does open it up to more eyes. However, people may not be interested in the actual game once they start playing, and it's not really going to change anything. Sure, it will bring more people in, but the same community, it's not like kids weren't in there in the first place. So we're still going to have more people seeing this series, more getting into and enjoying it. Not everyone that plays Fortnite is 9 years old, the common Fortnite reputation of a player. So it's not really anything that's going to curse the game, bring it down. Somebody on the subreddit said that this whole collaboration was like the 9/11 for the sub, and that is just absolutely mind-blowingly crazy. It's not going to be as huge of a problem as people are making it out to be at all. Yes, more people will come, but yeah. Legit might actually start caring about Fortnite for once, Kenneth Mata says. Where's my boy Junior? He's got to know. He wants me to play Fortnite. So it's an opportunity for people to get in with their kids, brothers, sisters, to get back into the game and play and have some fun with it. This brings people in just as they wanted to just test out the Slayer. So this collaboration, from what I'm seeing, has some positive ramifications to it, although there are people who are feeling like this is tainting the image of the Slayer somehow. Okay, let's see. If I was president and CEO of Epic Games, I'll shut down Fortnite and bring back Unreal Tournament. Hey, I mean, look at Epic. They used to have One Must Fall 2097, a gigantic robot fighting game I played in the 90s as a kid. It was freaking awesome. I'd love to have a modern version of that. But the fact is, Fortnite is where the money is. They've even kind of dropped the Save the World, force that they were putting toward that to put toward this multiplayer side. That's where the money is. Naturally, as a business, that's where they're going to go. So I don't see them bringing Unreal back, unfortunately, there. I actually play it, but I hear it's nice. I love it. Even though I don't like Fortnite anymore, it's going to bring kids into Doom. Yes, as we mentioned before, but that's not always a bad thing there. Yeah, I feel if anything, this is a bad thing. Most of the Doom community is good. Don't get me wrong. There are some people that would be the same as an average fandom, but now the entire community is going to be flooded with kids that's most likely going to start to annoy everyone. And to add to the point I mentioned earlier, it's all about the community that you foster as well. In these sub-communities, in your YouTuber Discords, all these other places, if this is a more of a mature ground, if people know like, hey, don't do this, this is not the vibe, this is not what we're about, then you're not going to have that. Over the past 5 years of running my Discord, we try to be a clean place to where you can go, you're not going to get put down by other people and all that. So people understand like, hey, this is what we're about, this is what we do. If you're 13 or older for the Discord TOS, you're welcome in, but this is understanding how your environment is and what is expected of a person, and everybody gets along and has a great time with it. It's all in what you make of it there. I swear, Fortnite's just a crossover. Is just a crossover game. It isn't even a game. It's just crossovers. When the money talks, that's where you go. I mean, it makes sense. What if Doom had an option and they could have, I don't know, deathmatch, add deathmatch to the game. A bunch of cells come in, everything goes great, and they'd probably add it. Well, now there's actually a mod for it for the PC players, which is pretty cool. I've not played it, but I have played the co-op one for sure. I used to hate the idea, Phobics the Thing says, but this just means a more mainstream audience will be introduced to this fantastic franchise. Remember a while back, there was I'm not going to play the music though, copyright, but there was a trailer for the TV that included a rap song. Everybody lost their minds, but we're fine. It's okay. I mean, it just brought more people into the game, and yeah, it gives a different idea than what the music in the game is, but you don't have to like metal to play Doom, and if you don't like it, you just put it down. It's just a casual player, that's fine. Make what you want of it, you know? Raging Boar says, I told myself the only way I'd ever play again if he was in the game. I guess it's time to go flex on kids. I've seen it time and again. Well, a few times at least. People say, hey, I'm not a Fortnite player really that much. I want to come back, see how the Doomslayer is, have a little fun with it like a game's supposed to be fun, right? That's why we play games. It's supposed to be fun. And just have a good time with it. Sam says, I don't play the game, so for me, this ain't nothing but publicity for the games, which is always nice. People complaining about this getting children into the Doom community need to get real. Like I said, it's about where you are and what you do with it. SanicFan333 like the name profile picture. Don't mind, honestly, since I don't play, plus it didn't ruin characters like Kratos or Master Chief, so I doubt it'll ruin him. Doom Guy's not the first one to come into this crossover series. He's not the first hardcore based character to go into this. And what we're finding is that these other characters, they were fine. Yeah, more kids probably came into the game, but nothing blew up. I mean, the game probably would generate more sales. It's going to be curious to see how player count is affected in the coming days, weeks, months after this announcement here. Sentinel Slayer, my $25 that's been sitting in my PS4 can finally have its rest. Please let Doom Guy be in Fortnite. And yes, we have found that this is truly the case and that he is in, and people are interested now. Shadow643 says, I say it's a good idea because it can have more people become a fan of Doom and try out the games from the franchise. This goes beyond Doom Eternal. That's the one thing we have not talked about yet. This goes beyond just bringing new kids to Eternal. What about the classics? So go back, check out Doom 1, 2, 3, 64, 2016. This stretches all the way back of 30 years of a franchise, especially as the game is about to have its birthday on December 10th. Look at that announcement timing. Game's about to have its birthday. Fortnite comes out with the announcement. It's pretty interesting little conclusion there. Indifferent. I don't even play Fortnite. It'll grow the Doom community, but I'm not sure if it's for the best. What do you guys think? I think that it's interesting timing. It's going to bring more people in. We just have to watch how we approach it and handle the new people properly. Give them a nice place to play, but be sure to make sure that they are there, having fun, enjoying the process. And of course, I know people are worried about being annoyed, but it's all in how you take it and how you handle it. Subscribe to the channel for more. Check out my Halo Marty O'Donnell video right here where he talks about Mick Gordon's situation. I'm Austin. Thank you for watching.